Welcome back to another episode of Projecting Grandeur. I am your host, Ron Dichter. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being part of this community of ours. It's funny. Today is an interesting show. I was thinking about this morning what I wanted to cover, and I went to the gym like I normally do. But in full disclosure, I was a little bit tired today. My dog woke up at like 2, and I had to take him out, and I already get up at 4. So it made my sleep a little bit compromised because of a barking dog in the middle of the night. And to make matters worse, it was leg day. And leg day, man, it takes a lot of effort to have a good leg day. And so I got into my workout, and my normal routine is I would do weights, and then I would do abs, and then I'll do some cardio. And I was pushing through, dragging a little bit, but really powering through my leg day, had a pretty decent workout. Came time to abs, and I was like, maybe I'll just, I had the good workout on weights. Maybe I'll just stop now and I won't continue on. And I said, dude, like, what are you doing? I said, you tell people you're only as good as your worst day. And here you are second guessing yourself. Like, you're going to finish this workout. And I'm internally talking to myself, maybe been a little bit externally. There might have been some people in the gym looking at me a little strange. But I powered through my abs, and then I powered through my cardio and had actually a really good workout. And now I feel good. I'm energized. And it got me thinking that, we talk about discipline and we talk about the power of it. And I would tell you that if I could only have discipline or motivation, and those were the only two superpowers that I could have, and not together, just separate, I will take discipline over motivation every day of the week. Because you can be motivated, you can be excited, but it takes discipline to continue on, to persevere, to really power through when you don't have a great day, and more importantly, to stay consistent. That whole adage of consistency builds couldn't be more true. And if you start to, falter or have a bad day or second guess yourself and you don't stay disciplined to what you're trying to do, like, it's going to be a struggle. Or if you think about, elite athletes or bodybuilders, like, they can work out as hard as they want and they can be super motivated and excited to get into the gym. But if you're not disciplined enough to have the right nutrition discipline, the right, amount of calories, amount of proteins, all the things you put in your body, like, you can work out as hard as you want. You're still not going to get the results you need to compete at that level. And so I got thinking that discipline is really something that everybody needs to focus on. It's not something you're born with. I always hear this, like, oh, you're so disciplined, you are just lucky. It's like, no, I have bad days too. Just like this morning, I was tired. I didn't want to complete my workout. I wasn't going to continue through it, but I powered through because I told myself in my mind, you are going to do this. And I ended up having, like I said, a really good workout, but it wasn't easy. So for anyone out there that's sitting around saying, oh, it's easier for some people to stay disciplined, or you're more organized. This doesn't happen. You have to train yourself. It is a skill, and you have to continue to work at it. And you're probably going to be bad at it in the beginning, especially if you haven't been disciplined your whole life and you don't have that sort of, structure and rigidity to your day. It's going to feel harder. So you have to start every day. And if you fail or you have a momentary lapse where you don't stay disciplined, that's okay. Just remember, you start again, you start again, you keep on, you keep on. And if you stay disciplined and you stay focused, well, that's going to get you in the right direction. And then if you can couple that with motivation, because you don't have to pick one or the other, you can be both. Imagine being motivated and applying that motivation in a disciplined way. Well, now you have the recipe for success. So a little bit of an unplanned session today, as I had a really struggle bus this morning at the workout, or getting through my workout at the gym. And I just wanted to talk about my own struggle that I was facing, because I pushed through, just like I tell everyone here to do. I pushed through, had a great workout. I feel awesome now. And it's because I didn't quit. So be disciplined, stay focused to your goal. And if you can be motivated on top of that, you are 10 steps ahead of everybody else. Have a great day, everyone. I'm Ron Dichter. This is Projecting Grandeur.